What's going on, AWGFAM? Welcome back to the chicken. So, today, I got some more heavy-duty country. And this one's gonna make some of you fuckers call me racist again. I already see it coming. Bring on the hate. Because we all know how fucking racist I am. This is called, yes, slaves in the U.S. still exist. Like I said, there's gonna be hate. Bring it on.
You know, I live in a small town in Texas, and I was driving down the street about 5 miles, and I saw that my neighbor had a plantation, and he had about 3 black guys picking cotton in his field. No, goofballs, slaves like that aren't around anymore, and they haven't been for a long time, but for some reason, it is a huge topic of discussion still. Let me tell you what I actually saw. I saw a few black guys that I used to rodeo with helping their next door neighbor, who's a 65-year-old man, fix his fence. But this is how most media companies would report a few black guys helping a white old man out of the kindness of their heart. Take a look. Welcome back to another edition of Screw You Media. Our motto here is, if you're a conservative, we'll lie about you. Top story today, there seems to be a man in central Texas who is still a slave owner. We had a reporter in town. She drove by the ranch and it appeared that a white man was making 3 black men fix his fence with no water and no pay. What a shameful day for all of us in America. Well, that brings this broadcast to a conclusion. Stay safe out there while you're rioting, America. We support you. Yeah. Oh, they weren't slaves. They were his friends. Oops. Well, screw it. We already aired it. Yeah, ladies, I know I look pretty good in a suit.
Oh shit, that was so good. That was spot on. That's how they do it. That's literally exactly it. Oh shit, man. I mean, that's the truth of it, though. Instead of asking questions, like going up to the people and being like, why are you doing this? No, we're just gonna assume. And that's a big fucking problem nowadays. People just jump to assumptions automatically. You're automatically making assumptions before you have any factual information. Why? How about have a fucking conversation with somebody first? How about find out what's really going on? I'm just saying it ain't that fucking difficult. It's really not.
Calm down, but this is exactly what I'm talking about in terms of the media taking a story and spinning it 6 days from Sunday so they can get a reaction. When you talk about something from the past that is no longer happening, like black people being slaves, you're using it as an excuse for something. I'll give you an example. I hear this crap all the time. So I'm talking to this girl and we're texting back and forth and she sends me a text saying that she's got trust issues because she's been cheated on before. Blah, blah, blah. Let me give y'all a little tip. Nobody has time for somebody with trust issues. We have our own issues to deal with, and I don't need any more added to my plate. It's already overflowing with issues. Everyone has been cheated on or screwed over. I have, Trump has, my dog's been cheated on, for God's sakes. Yeah, my neighbor's dog is over here all the time. Get over it. Your need to make an excuse for it comes simply from a lack of confidence and a lack of self-worth. But seriously though, y'all want to continue to talk about slavery and how you need reparations because your great-great-grandpa was a slave. Well, I won't be listening, nor will I care, because there is still a far worse form of slavery going on today. Around 600,000 people per year are trafficked across international borders. Ready for this? You better go grab a trash can hand just in case you throw up after hearing this. Of those 600,000
get ready for the fucking truth bomb. It's coming. And if you don't know what slavery he's talking about adult and children sex slavery. Still happening, motherfuckers. Not to mention, it's still not abolished in Africa. Why don't you go tell the warlords they need to get rid of their slaves? See what happens. Go to another country. I don't know, China? Slave labor is still happening there. Why don't you tell them they need to get rid of their slaves? It's still going on to this day. But we're not going to talk about the real issues. We'd rather just bring up bullshit and pander and make people try and feel a type of way for you. Good fucking job. Go fuck yourself.
people, 70% of them are female in this. Of those 600,000 people, 70% of them are female and 50% of them are children. How is this not being discussed? How is this not on the news? The National Criminal Justice Reference Service states that 200,000 children in the U.S. per year are at risk to be entered into a slave trade. Let me give you a scenario to put this in perspective for you. Imagine that you've got a 5-year-old child that you put to bed one night. You wake up in the morning to their window being smashed in and your child being kidnapped and then later being sex slave trafficked. What do you do? What can you do? You might be saying, well, damn, why are you even bringing this up? Because this is happening in the United States every single day.
And you want to know where it happens quite often? Here in this oh so wonderful state of Ohio. And y'all have heard my spiel on it, and if you haven't, go check out the PSA time I did on Nancy Pelosi and our governor here, Mike DeWine. Because our government here in Ohio is in on it. Our government here in Ohio is funded by people who were close to Jeffrey Epstein. But we're not talking about it. It's not in the fucking news. No, we got bigger things in the news. We gotta scream about all the inequality here in America. You know what? Wake up, work your fucking ass off at your job, and you'll go somewhere with your life. That's not your fucking plan. You're going nowhere. You're gonna still be in mama's basement or in the fucking inner city. You're gonna be stuck because you don't give a fuck about your life. That's what it boils down to. I didn't get to where I am without making sacrifices. You're never going to get to where you want to be without making sacrifices. Putting yourself out of your fucking comfort zone. That's where it starts. Get out of your fucking comfort zone. When you're out of your comfort zone, guess what? That's when you grow as an individual. What, do you think I was comfortable when I moved up here to Cleveland and knew nobody? Hell no. I was a loner when I first moved up to this city. I knew nobody. I had no friends here. But guess what? That made me a stronger fucking person. I used that to build myself up. And you can do the same fucking thing. So stop doubting yourself and take the fucking leap. Take the step. Do whatever you have to do to advance your fucking life. As long as it is legal. It's not impossible. It's not comfortable. It's hard. to build a better future for yourself is not an easy task. If you want a better future, you will build a better future for yourself. It's that simple.
This is happening in the United States every single day. Do y'all know what they do to these children? These old psychotic people torture these children to be able to extract something from their blood called adrenochrome and inject it into their blood to keep them looking young. Marina Abramovich, or Abramovic, is known to be one of the leaders in this, and she is 73 years old. She looks like she's 45, and she doesn't look like she has that much plastic surgery done to her face. How does she look that young at 73 years old? And people are saying, oh no, that's just conspiracy and all this stuff. It's not. Now, I'm not saying that what happened to black people in the past wasn't a tragedy or anything like that, but when you're talking about something that is no longer happening and not talking about something like this that is currently happening, it makes me a little sick. So I'm gonna go throw up now, but thank you for listening.
He's right. 100%. We are bringing up old issues that have no bearing on the individuals now. What happened 100 years ago is not affecting you to this day. It's not. It wasn't your issue. But for some reason you feel entitled to it being your issue. And that's really what it boils down to, is a sense of entitlement. You feel entitled that because your grandparents, your great-grandparents were slaves, you feel entitled that now you have to make it your issue. Well, like I've said in past videos, I could hate Nazis. I could hate Germans. I have every right to. My family was killed in the Holocaust. But I don't. Because guess what? It wasn't my issue. And does it suck that it happened? Fuck yeah, it sucks that it happened. But guess what? You can't change the past. You can only learn from it and move fucking forward. And we're not doing that anymore. Why are we not trying to learn from our past and make a better future? Make a better tomorrow? Something I say, and I will always say, is I am trying to be better than I was yesterday. I'm trying to be better and learn and grow as an individual every single day. I don't hate. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for me to hate anybody. We're all in this fucked up game together. It's called life. And we're all in it together. The world doesn't work without all of us working together. Oh, and I'll just throw this in there too. Do you want to know what our country is going to look like in 100 years? This ain't going to matter anymore. The color of my skin, the color of your skin, it ain't going to matter anymore. Because we're going to get to a point where there's going to be so much, the ethnicities are going to be combined in so many different ways, we're going to end up looking the same. Noses may be different, eyes may be different, eyebrows, lips, all that shit may be a little different, but other than that, our pigmentation, it's going to be the same across the board. Look, when white people marry black people, you get a light-skinned child. When white people marry brown people, you get a light-skinned child. So what do you think is going to end up happening? We're not sitting here, I'm not setting boundaries for my kids. I don't care who you date. As long as they treat you well. That's all I care about. I don't care who you marry. I don't care who you have kids with. As long as they are good to you. That's all I care about. As long as they're good people, by all means, go put a ring on it. That's all I will ever care about. Look, my kids get married to somebody who's Mexican, Puerto Rican, African American. Because we know how much I like saying that. I like saying Black American because unless you immigrated from Africa, if you were born here, you're American. That's how I look at it. And that goes for Mexican, Puerto Rican, Black, Asian. You're all American. I don't run around saying I'm an Irish American or a Polish American. I just run around saying I'm an American because I'm an American. This shit don't matter to me. Just like I address anybody as a man or a woman, an American or they're not American. It's just what it is. I ain't seeing that shit. All I see is an American. But I'm going to stop. I'm going to get off my high horse. Y'all let me know what you think about this video. Leave me some love. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you, AWGFAM, and my XMCFAM. I'm out.